South Carolina offers a diverse range of fishing opportunities. With 187 miles of coastline to explore, there's no shortage of inshore waters to test your skills in and plenty of fish to face off against. Move offshore instead and you can visit the Gulf Stream, where the big game action is unrivaled. And freshwater anglers have several lakes and rivers that they can explore too. In this video, we're covering what you need to know before you go fishing in South Carolina. We'll get into where you can go, the fish you can catch, and how to make the most out of your trip. It's a big state and there's lots to do, so let's dive right in. Before getting started, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe buttons below to keep up to date with all the latest angling videos. When it comes to choosing where to have your South Carolina fishing adventure take place, you're really spoiled for choice. There are, however, a few standout locations for both saltwater and freshwater anglers. The first is Charleston. This city is consistently voted as one of the best in the US, and we're sure the great fishing on offer has something to do with that too. It's surrounded by salt marshes and tidal creeks, while its deeper waters offer amazing wreck fishing, meaning there's something for everyone. The top inshore fish you can hook into in Charleston and probably all of South Carolina is redfish. From sight casting in the winter to family fishing trips in the summer months, targeting redfish is a year-round activity that'll satisfy both your desire to battle a big fish and put a meal on the table at the end of the day. If you're looking for more of an adrenaline rush, Charleston Harbor becomes a breeding ground for dozens of shark varieties once the waters warm up. Or you can set your sights on several reefs and wrecks located between 3 and 40 miles from shore. These are home to snapper, grouper, kingfish, and many more. Another fantastic saltwater fishing destination is Myrtle Beach. Located on a 60-mile strip of Atlantic coastline, it offers up opportunities to target inshore species like redfish and speckled trout. But if you're looking to head deep offshore, Myrtle Beach is one of the most popular starting points for these trips in the Palmetto State. South Carolina's big game action takes place in the Gulf Stream, which sits about 40 miles from shore. This means some travel time is required to get there and back, but the fish you'll be rewarded with are more than worth it. Spring and summer are peak seasons for deep sea fishing and bring opportunities to hook Mahi Mahi, huge kingfish, Wahoo, and if you're lucky, maybe even sailfish and marlin. Myrtle Beach sits about 100 miles north of Charleston, but if you head about the same in the other direction, you'll reach Hilton Head Island. It's mainly known for being a very popular summer tourist spot, but it's also home to some of the state's most diverse fish populations. Everything from redfish, speckled trout, flounder, and even tarpon can be hooked in its inshore waters. It's also rich in sharks, which are one of the most popular species to target nearly year-round. Despite what you might think, inshore shark fishing for species like blacktip and bonnethead is a great activity for the whole family. And when you have an experienced captain on board with you, you can be sure your trip will be as safe as it is fun. Saltwater fishing isn't just limited to these hotspots either. Murrells Inlet, located just south of Myrtle Beach, is nicknamed the seafood capital of the world, which can only mean that the fishing is fantastic. Not to mention Little River, Georgetown, Mount Pleasant, and many, many more. And if freshwater fishing is your sport, there's plenty you can look forward to as well. South Carolina is home to several major lakes and 4 major rivers. One of the best known is Lake Murray. The favorites to target here are striped bass and largemouth bass, especially in the spring and summer months. You can also try your luck against these species in the Santee Cooper Lakes, Lake Hartwell, the Edisto River, and many more. Now that we've covered some of South Carolina's fishing hotspots and the species you can target while casting a line here, it's time to talk seasonality. In short, the fishing is great year-round, but the availability of some species is highly season-specific. Overall, the best months for fishing are May through September. This is typically when the season for grouper fishing opens, the snapper are biting, and migratory species like billfish and Mahi Mahi are present in the Gulf Stream. Things are just as good closer to shore, with kingfish and cobia biting actively, as well as flounder and speckled trout. Redfish and some varieties of sharks, on the other hand, are present year-round. In the colder months, you'll find them in shallower waters where it's warmer, whereas the summertime pushes them further out to the estuaries and open waters. There are a few different ways to go fishing in South Carolina. The easiest and most effective is with a fishing charter. Charter boats include your fishing equipment, a saltwater fishing license, and most importantly, a knowledgeable captain who will take you to the best spots and even clean your catch in some cases. It's also your only option if you're looking to explore areas further from shore, including the reefs and wrecks and the Gulf Stream. If charter fishing isn't an option for you, you can also cast a line from shore. Surf fishing along South Carolina's beaches and low country can put you on anything from bluefish and croaker to trophy redfish, depending on the time of year. You can also cast a line from one of South Carolina's many piers. Saltwater fishing piers include Myrtle Beach's legendary Apache Pier and Mount Pleasant's Memorial Warfront Park Pier. Or freshwater anglers can cast into Lake Hartwell from the fishing pier in Darwin H. Wright Park. Now that you know where to go fishing, what to catch, and when and how to do so, you're almost ready to get out on the water. The only thing left to cover is a few important rules and regulations. In South Carolina, every person older than the age of 16 needs to buy either a saltwater or freshwater license before heading out. There are a few exceptions to this rule, including when you're fishing in saltwater aboard a licensed charter boat. For more information on what license you need and to see up-to-date price breakdowns, check out our full blog article. Even though the fishing in South Carolina is good year-round, some species may be off-limits at the time of your visit. In any case, your captain will make sure you're following any rules related to open seasons, bag limits, and size limits. If you're fishing on your own, make sure you're staying up to date on any closures via the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources website. And that's it, you're ready to start planning your fishing trip in South Carolina. The Palmetto State has so much to offer, so likely it's the first of many. To make finding the right fishing charter for you and the trip you're planning easier, download the Fishing Booker app. It's available on Google Play and the App Store and allows you to browse the largest selection of fishing charters and book your trip fast and easy. Or check us out online at fishingbooker.com and start planning your South Carolina fishing trip today.